President William Samoei Ruto and his former deputy Rigathi Gachagua fell out, and that controversy was in the public domain. There is one particular leader who kept by Rigathi's side, and he lectured people telling them that Rigathi Gachagua must be respected because they voted for William Ruto because of Rigathi Gachagua. And he explained that the respect that Rigathi must be given must also be commensurate to the support that they gave to William Ruto. And he maintained that without Rigathi Gachagua, Ruto would have not been the president of the country. I'm talking about none other than the Nyeri governor, the outspoken, controversial Nyeri governor, Mutahi Kahiga.
Mheshimiwa Cherargei, panapo moshi pana moto. Na ni vizuri tuseme hapa, nikiwa nimesimama hapa, kwamba sisi katika mlima huu, hasa kuanzia Meru kwenda na kuzunguka huu mlima wote, tuliondoka asubuhi na mapema tukaichagua serikali ya William Samoei Ruto na Mheshimiwa Rigathi Gachagua. Tuliweza kuwachagua, mnakumbuka kulikuwa na vita kubwa kabisa, lakini tuliamua tutawachagua wale wawili wakiwa wameshikana. Wakikuyu wanasema takekwanake. Kitu kimoja ningetaka taifa hili lisikilize. Mimi huwa siongei sana, lakini nikiongea ninaomba wanisikilize, na wanisikilize vizuri. Hii serikali ilikuwa ya machozi, ilikuwa ya kilio, ilikuwa ya watu wengine kuwekwa jela, ilikuwa ya kukosewa heshima, na ilibidi sisi kama taifa, sisi kama jamii, tuangalie mtoto wetu, tumwambie mtoto wetu ondoka, enda kando. Tumempata mwingine hapa ambaye wewe unaendelea kumnyanyasa. Na ni vizuri tuseme hapa, rais wetu aliye rais sasa, akiwa deputy president, alifanyiwa mambo ambao tunasema ni ya unyama. Alikosewa heshima, akanyimwa magari, akanyimwa mambo mengi. Na sisi tukaona kama Wakikuyu, kama mlima, tukasema huyu ndiye alisimama na mtoto wetu, na imefika wakati wake tumemfanyia madharau na mambo haya na kumdhihaki. Sisi kama jamii tukasema tumekataa na tunamchagua. Ni kweli ama si kweli? Nikuwa kana tiguo. Tulifanya hivyo. Basi nikisimama hapa katika kanisa, we will not allow our son to go through that at all. Kama mbaya, kama mbaya, kama mbaya, but he will not be taken through that. Hatutaruhusu. He will not be taken through that. Hakupewa kiti na mtu, alingangania. Na hicho kiti, kura tulizozipiga ndizo zilimpa deputy president. And he is not a deputy president by default. Ni mpango wetu, na yeye ndiye ameshikilia mlima. So, ningetaka nitangaze nikiwa hapa kwa kanisa, madharau yoyote kwa Rigathi Gachagua ni madharau ya mlima. Kweli uongo? Kudhihakiwa ni mlima unadhihakiwa. Kweli uongo? As many as of that opinion say aye. The aye.
And therefore, when that marriage could not hold and it culminated into impeachment of Rigathi Gachagua, and subsequently Kithure Kindiki was sworn in to replace him, there was the question of whether there would be some demonstrations in Mount Kenya, in Kirinyaga, in Nyeri, where Rigathi is coming from, in Murang'a, in Kiambu, and all that. But we didn't see any serious demonstrations, and experts have been wondering, does it mean that Rigathi did not have any support base there? Because Kenya is used to people protecting their leader by lighting bonfires and going to the streets, Sakieto and all that, like what happened during the Gen Zs. But Rigathi explained to us that their people are always very quiet. They don't go to the street. They wait for you in 2027. And he explained that he's going to give William Ruto time to implement his agenda for the 3 years that are remaining, because he believes William Ruto will go back to them in 2027 to look for votes, and that is when they will sit down and ask him, what did you do to us?
Bwana Ndegwa Wajiru amesema hata rais hatuna shida na yeye. Sisi unajua tunataka tumpatie nafasi. Hiyo miaka 3 zile ahadi alipeana afanye nini? Atimize, si ndio? Ndio arudi kwetu tena, si ndio? So kila mtu apewe nafasi yake afanye kazi yake.
Be that as it may, ladies and gentlemen, Mutahi Kahiga was expected to continue with the onslaught, to continue vehemently protecting Rigathi Gachagua, because he was saying Rigathi should be respected, and that was the time when there were signs that the Rigathi was being frustrated. Now, when Rigathi was finally ejected, people expected firestorm from Mutahi Kahiga, but the funniest part of it is that instead of seeing the firebrand Mutahi Kahiga, we saw emissaries that had been sent from State House. That is what many people believe. And they started showering Mutahi Kahiga with praises, and they were telling him that, you know, you need to now go further. You need to be elevated now that Rigathi is not there. You can also take his place. You are carved to go places. And when they showered him with praises, I expected Mutahi Kahiga to come and say, no, you have ejected our man. It will be tantamount to betrayal if you tell me to go up, yet our man is suffering. He didn't do that. Instead, he acquired a reconciliatory tone. He was telling William Ruto, yes, we agree with your decision. We will need to move on, and we will wait in 2027. That shocked many.
Mutahi, Kenya needs you. Kenya needs you. Your people of Nyeri, you are serving them very well, but you are not cut out just for Nyeri. If you are not aware, the people of Nyeri are immediate, intimate neighbors of the Rigathi County. Ile kitu iko hapo katikati peke yake, na wale wajui ni wale wajakwea mlima, ni ile peak tu peke yake.
Ours is to wish, and I want to pray like he has said. Aliwaomba sisi tuwe na amani, taifa letu liendelee mbele, kwa sababu taifa ni kubwa kuliko sisi wenyewe. Kule mbele tunakoenda, tunamtakia rais kila laheri in everything that he does. Tuendelee na tusukume, na ni vizuri tuambie rais tukiwa hapa Nyeri, Your Excellency, Rigiji sasa umemuondoa katika haya mambo. Hiyo ni kumaanisha Nyeri haiko ama Nyeri itakuwa? Kwa sababu ni lazima tuulize, si tulipeana kura? Na kura zetu sasa zitaenda tu staili hiyo, ama sisi tutakuwa watu wa kuangalia wengine wakikula? Kwa hivyo tunamuomba rais akikaa aangalie, aanze kuwaza mbele vile atakaa na atafikiria kuhusu watu wa Nyeri. Ni kweli ama si uongo? Wangapi wanasema hivyo? As many of that opinion say aye. The ayes have it. Speaker, si nimeendeleza vizuri?
Ladies and gentlemen, where you are, you're also shocked. What has become over Mutahi Kahiga? Because that was well planned. Leaders telling him now. Why now? It is because the king has been dethroned. And instead of mourning with the king, they are now saying, let us move on. You know, someone was telling me that in Mount Kenya, they don't align themselves to people who are not in power. You go, they leave you, they jilt you, and they go and work with the people who have got the instruments of power. And I want us to look at that. Kindly subscribe to our channel, like our videos, please, because it goes a long way in promoting our videos. Thank you very much for those who share our videos and our returning subscribers. I don't take it for granted. You're the reason why we are here. Ladies and gentlemen, the first explanation, and I could be wrong, is that William Ruto is using Rigathi's best friend, Mutahi Kahiga, the man who used to defend Rigathi Gachagua, and is now being told that, you know, because right now he's a governor, and I know is given the protection, and is told you will go places. That is the man who was supposed to be at the forefront, you know, defending Rigathi Gachagua, and is now saying we have moved on. I see the hidden hand of State House. I see the hidden hand of William Samoei Ruto. betrayal. That is what most people are thinking. Because when it came to the affairs of the deputy president, the former deputy president, Mutahi would take you bare knuckle. But now that reconciliatory tone is something that has shocked. So we feel that it is William Ruto who is using him so that the people of Nyeri would see that we still have a king, even though the other one has gone. And is saying Kenya is bigger than an individual. That was shocking. Number two, there was fear that William Ruto would unleash police brutality when people go to the streets, when their people go to the streets. They saw it in Kisumu, they saw it in Nairobi during the Gen Z protest. Rigathi was at the center of it all. And they were afraid that this might happen. So I have a feeling that they might have talked to their people that don't go to the streets. It has happened. There's no way of going there. You're going to be killed, yet the result will remain the same, that have been impeached. And I think leaders must have spoken about it. It could be the reason. Number two, there's a feeling that maybe Rigathi did not have such numbers, so people just didn't care. They're like, he's gone, he's gone. There's that complacency that when he's gone, let us work with the person we have. After all, Kithure Kindiki is also a Murima. Let us not be divided, that this is Mount Kenya East, Mount Kenya West. And so he just decided that let us take that low profile because there are no people who will go to the streets for me. For political survival and to beat William Ruto in his own game, they decided we're not going to the streets. You know, Rigathi Gachagua still has a case on his back because he has been accused of using the Gen Z protest to try and topple the Ruto's government, and with the kind of the brutal political process that he saw from the National Assembly to the Senate to the courts, he must have realized that if he continues this way, he will be mishandled. They can open a case file for him, as I explained in my earlier video. And so maybe they have decided that for political survival, let us decide to lie low. And maybe the person that is being used here is Mutahi Kahiga. Maybe he is playing into Rigathi's script just to ensure that William Ruto also realizes that he's in control, yet they just want to ensure that Rigathi survives. But people are really shocked. That is not the Mutahi Kahiga that we knew. And you know, as a governor, he might not be, maybe he's not clean, and therefore he's the things he wants covered, because as a politician it is not very easy to be clean. There are some corruption cases that people might be leveled against you. So there are several reasons why he did this, but it seems William Ruto has bought him. That is the fear, and I could be wrong, but our ears are open and they want to see how things will transpire moving forward, because that speech shocked us.